And so there I am, leaning over the bowl, and I emit the sound of the dry heave. That is to say, I dry heave. But I'm so jaded and cynical, I actually snapped back when, ah yes, the sound of the dry heave, the desperately keening sound of 12 seconds of misery, and I go staggering back from the bowl with bullets of perspiration exploding from my forehead. I go to the sink, and I go back to the bowl, like you all go back to the bowl, and look at the contents with great fascination. Now, if I ask you to look at mine, you go, ew, new, and run away. But if you see your own, you're like, oh, wow. Because we usually see the A and Z of our food experience, but never the L, M, or N part. And some of you are like me, insatiably curious, and you go through it. Oh, you do. Because it's fascinating. That's the body at work. Look at it. That's interesting. It's a bit of carrot. And it's interesting that the cellulose-based foodstuffs seem to have a longer shelf life in the body cavity, where the protein-based foodstuffs seem to liquefy all quick. No, you're absolutely right. There is the taste of toilet water and digestive juices on the outside, but the inside is crunchy, very carrot-like. A slight trace of garlic still evident. And this was good for me, to get a double bang out of my carrot buck, because not only am I self-absorbed and self-interested, I'm also shallow and incredibly cheap. So this was good for me to eat it twice. It's kind of like cheating fate somehow. And so I flushed the contents away and went back to my little cubicle and basically shaked and baked the rest of the night and denied the woman the next 6 times she tried to bring me food, which enraged her. So we get to Vladivostok. She unceremoniously kicks me off the train. I take a taxi from the train to the airport. 3.5 hours later, I'm on an airplane going from Vladivostok back to Moscow. 9.5 hours on the plane. I get out of the airplane. I go to the same hotel I went to a week before. I slept for 5 hours, went back to the airport and go Moscow, Frankfurt, Los Angeles, into a taxi cab back to my utilitarian hovel I live in alone. And I put my bag down and realized that I had just traversed all of Siberia alone on the Trans-Siberian Express on the whim of an idea. And the only story I was going to be able to bring to the stage was going to concern deja vu and vomit. And I was going to have to apologize to unsuspecting people all over the world. So, sorry.